things done his way. Let's start our conversation. Ambassador Prabhu Dayal on the telecast with me. And Ambassador Dayal, my first question to you about how do you feel the court order that dismisses Trump administration's arguments that it was able to leverage itself by way of imposing tariffs and using trade as a bait to stop the war between India and Pakistan?
Well, first of all, thanks for having me on your show. I must highlight a couple of facts before I say anything else. Firstly, that the court said it was not passing a judgment on the wisdom or likely effectiveness of President Trump's use of tariffs as a leverage. In other words, it was not passing a judgment on the merits of the tariffs, but it was only passing a judgment on whether the president had the powers to pass these acts. Now, the court very clearly said that the US Constitution gives Congress exclusive authority to regulate commerce with other countries, and that it is not overridden by the president's emergency powers to safeguard the US economy. The second thing, and this is very important, is that although there is a judgment against the Trump administration, yet, you know, the decisions of the Manhattan-based Court of International Trade, which heard this dispute, will be challenged in the high courts. In fact, within minutes, the Trump administration had filed an appeal in the US Court of Appeals. And if it needs to do so, it will escalate the matter and take it to the Supreme Court. So it's not over and done with. But nonetheless, it's important because it blows a giant hole through Trump's strategy to use steep tariffs to wring concessions from trading partners. And it also sort of debases whatever the Trump administration was trying to say, that it was using these tariffs to end the asymmetric trade truce with China and also end the India-Pakistan conflict. In fact, the Trump administration said that it had used these tactics to end the India-Pakistan conflict, and that if these tariffs are done away with, then the conflict could revive. And the Trump administration officials said that the president had used his tariff power to broker ceasefires, and this is why it was important. But nonetheless, the important point is the court has ruled that President Trump doesn't have the authority to make the sort of rulings and try to bring about these tariff-related acts, because Congress has that authority. But nonetheless, as I said, the Trump administration will go to appeal, and it has already done so.
Yeah, it's done that. But then, you know, what are the repercussions of it? The fact that Trump